Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a quick review on the X-Baby tank. Now these tanks are new. They are the top airflow, and the coils are built different. And I've been reading a lot of reviews on these tanks. A lot of people are having problems with, they call it spitback, gurgling, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to let you know right now that these tanks, I've been using this tank now for about 3 weeks. I've had no problems with it. I have actually had a problem when I first primed my coil, and that was user error. Now, me as a new vaping, new to the vaping world, that was totally my fault. So the people that's complaining about these smock tanks, get spit back, juice coming back up into your mouth, don't saturate your coils when you're priming them. And another thing I find too is when you fill these tanks up right here and you get a lot of pressure in the tank and it's pushing right into the coil, you'll get spit back. If you want to clean these out, it's going to be hard on the coil. Just push your button and blow into it. It'll blow out all the right through here, through your air, but it'll blow all the juice that's in your tank into, like, all the juices in the coil, and it'll stop that gurgling, or they call flooding the tank. Now, like I said, don't fill these tanks up right to the top. You're going to have problems. If you want to have a bigger tank, you can buy the glass for the X-Baby now, which should be a bubble glass. It gives you 8 mils. I would recommend doing that. I'm going to do the same thing. And that'll solve your problems of having a flooded tank or a flooded coil. So this tank here, basically all it is just you twist it off the top and you fill in like all the rest of them. They're pretty simple. I find in time, now I've had this for 3 weeks, where it unlocks on top here, right here, where it locks into here. I find they loosen up a little bit, but I don't think it's loose. I think it's just because of the juice in your vaping condensation. These slide open a little easier, so I wish they would have put a button on these. Would have made more sense to me. Basically, that's all I have for a problem with this tank. Like I said, now when I stop filling my tank up and I only fill it up to the bottom of the coil right there, that's as far as I fill up. I've never had a problem. But before I was filling it right up to as far as I could get it, and like I said, you get some problems and issues of flooding your coils. So it's a big no-no. I wouldn't do that anymore, you guys. You recommend the bubble glass. They sell them now. Pick them up. People are complaining about the coils, the smock coils. There's not a thing wrong with the smock coils. Stop cranking your vape right up as high as you can, or over the recommended settings, or actually stay away from the recommended settings and always stay down below the recommended settings, and stop burning your coils as hard. You don't need to go that high, and you're going to get burnt taste in your mouth. You keep vaping constantly because it burns the juice out of the cotton faster than it can allow to soak in. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. Keep it down about, like this one here is recommended 50 to 65 or something like that. I keep mine at 40. Never had a problem. Coil will last me, I don't know exactly how long the coils will last. I've kept it on the tank for about 2 weeks and decided, well, I'm going to take it out and put a new coil in and boil the coil for about 5 minutes and put it on a cloth and let it dry out. Completely clean inside. The cotton was clean, and you can reuse that coil. The only way you can only not reuse these coils is the element inside breaks, which I can't see them breaking unless you're really cranking the hell out of them. That'll be your fault if you do so. So basically, like I said, you know, you can recycle these coils and use them for months. Always have one on backup. put in your tank while the other one was drying, usually about 3 days. Like I said, boil them for about 5 minutes, take them out, let them set for 3 days, and you'll always have a spare backup. I have probably 6 coils between my wife and I in 3 weeks, no problem. So I don't know what more to talk about. Mouthpiece on these are not too bad, kind of standard on these. They're kind of ugly. I would upgrade to a different mouthpiece. I do believe these are an 810. They're quite tight. That would probably be an upgrade that I'm going to be doing along with the glass. So I was going to get the Prince V12 tank. I will not be getting that because it's a bottom airflow and a lot of people are having problems with leaking and coils burning up really fast. So I'm going to stay away from that, and I'm just going to buy another one of these X Babies and put a bigger glass on it. I'll probably get 2 glass and have one for 2 different types of juice. But the G-Priv, now I've been using this for 3 weeks, and it's a 230 watt, and it works really good. The only thing I find is once in a while you'll hold this button and unlock it, and sometimes turn up the wattage on it, and you get a burnt hit, or not a burnt hit, but it's quite hot, but you catch it pretty quick. I only did that with this case on, so if this case is not on, you should not have that problem. But that's the problem right now with these cases. They should have left this button open because the button's really easy to push. See, I'm vaping at 48.9 watts, so 49 watts. Usually I was vaping at 45 and no problem. But I find that with these coils, these are the Q2s, I find with them coils, 48, 47 watts, you get a really good vape, you get a really good taste, and yeah, that's as high as you need to go. Even the wife uses it at 40, and I've tried it, and it's really good. So why I need to crank it to 60 is at the max of what these coils prefer. Buy low coils, low wattage coils, keep the wattage down, and don't vape the hell out of it. Don't crank it up past what the recommended settings is. And you got to remember too, people, they're out to make money. So if they put a recommended setting on that recommended setting is basically just for you to fry up your coil so you can buy more quicker. I mean, we got to use our head here. I mean, it's all marketing. That's why they put recommended settings on these things. And these are a lot of people I see too is like, what kind of coil is these? What kind of steel is it? They're all stainless steel. These SMOK ones are stainless steel. So like I said, you go into your settings and select your stainless steel and put it on soft. Let me show you. Unlock it. Let's go to menu. Go into preheats at 43 watts. And go to see, I have mine on soft for the preheat, so I don't know if that makes any difference or not, but that's what I've had mine set on. Now, like I said, you guys, no problem with these X Babies. I recommend them. Top airflow, much better. You can't go wrong. So if you have any questions or if you have any issues, you can start send a message, and other people will see it. They'll comment, they'll help you out. I also will help you if I can answer the question. And oh yeah, another thing too is this air thing will also help save your coil. If you keep your air open all the way, it keeps your coil cool. When you're taking a lung hit, keep sucking it off the trigger. Cools the coil down. So I thought I might add that in there too. So thanks for watching, you guys. Any questions? Don't forget that. Don't hesitate to ask, and rate and thumbs up and subscribe later.